Welcome back. We are walking now, back to the town. So I can finish, I can catch my breath a bit and explain some more of the stuff here. So, this is the lovely town of Cornelia. Let's talk to some folks here, as you would in any RPG game. This is Cornelia, the city where dreams are woven. Cool. So this is the item shop, the one with the little teapot for the sign. You can buy items here. We can buy one potion. Let's go ahead and do that with the 64 bucks we got in our pocket. Yeah, money is scarce in this game. There is easy ways to get it, but in the beginning it can be really tough. And another thing is it's very grindy, especially in the beginning of the game, so I'm going to spend a lot of time grinding off screen. If there's any enemies that I don't show while I'm going to try to record while I'm grinding, so if there is any enemies I want to show off, I can show those and then just cut the rest of the grinding out. Seems such a long time since I left the town of Provoca in the east. Is that it? That's all you got to say? Okay. Here's another lady. Oh, please rescue the princess. Yeah, everyone says a lot of generic stuff in this game. But this is the sanctuary. There's the Pope. There's an organ over there. You can't go play it. If you need to revive any of your characters, you have to come here and pay a fee. No need for our help, I see. Keep hope in your hearts and be strong. It asks for a fee when you revive your characters, unfortunately. There are no Phoenix Downs, that's what I was going to mention, at all in this game. There is life spells, as I mentioned last time, but yeah, it's a very tough game. It'll be a lot of fun. It's not really that bad. I mean, it's a little intimidating if you've never played an RPG of this nature, but it's great. His Majesty believes the Light Warriors will save the princess, as the Prophet Lucain told him. Or Lucan, or Lukin, however you want to pronounce it in this game. It's spelled differently in later versions. Oh, please rescue the princess. What are you doing over here, you pervert? In the corner. Crescent Moon. Yeah, so some of the characters do say pretty hinty things for later. In this version of the game, anyways. I'm not sure. It's a little more indirect in the previous games. So here's the inn. You need to pay money if you want to use it. Just like you can't just go to a hotel and... You know what I mean. So these guys will just tell you the basics of the game. I don't know what probably equipment, magic, items, and I don't know, maybe saving. But we don't need to do that. We don't need to talk to them. So I'll explain all that for you in better detail, even though probably not. So enjoy the scenery in this bright, lush land while you can, because we're leaving right now. There's a few enemies in this area. Goblins you've already seen. There are also goblin guards. There is a slightly rare enemy called a crazy horse. I'm just going to keep this battle in because it's a different background scenery. So we got a wispy in the back there. What else is there? There's wolves, there's warg wolves. You'll see all these as they come, but there aren't too many enemies in this area. I do want to show them all off if I can. Like I said, I am going to be spending some time grinding before we go to where we need to go, which is, as you heard last time, the Temple of Chaos. Well, there's I guess a back attack is what you would call it. Enemy strikes first, so... I'll also take this time while I'm grinding to explain some of the things I wanted to explain last time, if I can think of them. So, yeah, the Temple of Chaos is where we need to go next. It is a boss fight. It's not difficult, really. I mean, we could go right now, even, and probably it'd be passable. But what I want to do is get up to level 3 or 4. I just think that would be safer. So I'm going to do that. It's going to take a long time to do that, because it is just goblins, really? Because gaining levels and gaining money in this game is very, very tedious. It's very slow going. Each enemy does give a certain amount of experience, and that experience is all split up between your characters. What I hope to do is not have any characters fainted or anything, or any way otherwise that will stop them from gaining EXP. If you're petrified or dead, obviously you don't get any EXP. But I want to kind of have everyone at the same level throughout. It's not like the biggest... Just goblins, still? It's not the biggest deal at all. But it's just a personal preference, really, because then that way you know everyone's going to level up at the same time, everyone has the same experience. I should probably be watching my health, because this is getting ridiculous. Shan's already at 16, and anything is a threat in the beginning of the game, even these goblins. Even now, I don't know what could happen. We are thankfully not missing a lot, because, like I said before, you do miss a lot in this game. In my practice file, dude, it takes forever to grind, because I can't fucking hit the enemies. And it's even worse in the NES version. Maybe it's the exact same algorithms. I don't know. It's probably different. It's probably updated a little bit. But anyways, how much money do we have? 94 gil. So I may as well take that time to save because I haven't saved at all. And I can show you how that works. So you can only save at inns, or if you have a sleeping bag, tent, or a cabin, which are the same things as the inns, but you can use them out in the world map. The sleeping bag, well, as you might guess, resting at an inn will restore your HP and MP, or spell charges, as well as allowing you to save. Sleeping bags are a little different. You can purchase them. You may have saw them in the item shop when I was in there. I don't have enough space on my memory card or my PS3 for memory card slot 1, so I have to go to slot 2. And there's my practice file there. As you can see, I've been playing for a couple hours, and I'm in Alfheim. As you also can see there, it tracks your steps as well as your time, which is kind of a neat thing. So we'll go ahead and save over this file 1. And that is official. I do want to change the window color, because you can do that. It's fun. It's cool. It's the best feature of the game. But yeah, that's the only way you can save in these older versions of the game. Anyway, sleeping bags, they don't restore a lot of HP. Tents restore a little bit more. Cabins restore even more. I think it's like 50, 75, or 100 and 150 HP or something like that. I think it restores all your spell charges though, which is nice. Could be wrong on that. It doesn't really matter anyways. The only unfortunate and interesting thing is with the cabins, like you could, and even resting at an inn. The game doesn't. This game saves before it heals your character. So if you rest at an inn, oh, here's some goblin guards. These enemies were called imps in the original version of the game, and I can't remember what the goblin guards were called. Like something else imp. It's been quite a while since I played the NES version. I think it's like GR imp or something. I guess it means like greater imp. I don't know. I could be wrong. I often am. But yeah. Oh yeah. Who gained some levels? So here we go. I'll explain the stats a little more too, because I haven't even touched upon that. The levels are, I'll just let you read those if you care, the stats that are leveling up. The levels are kind of split between two. There's so much to explain. I know I just was talking about one thing. Oh, I'll talk about that, because that's almost done. What was that? What was that I was saying? I don't know. Shit. Oh yeah, so if you save, and then if you save and shut off the game, the HP you had before you saved will be the HP that you start with if you turn the game back on. I don't know why you heal or it saves after or before you heal. It's just stupid. So if you want, you'd have to like rest twice if you want to shut off the game and you want to keep all your HP and stuff. It's annoying, but whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. Could be worse. So the stats. As you can see, everyone has the exact same amount of experience as well as the amount of experience they need to level up. That's going to remain the same as long as everyone participates in the battle and finishes the battle in a conscious state. So, everything is pretty straightforward in terms of stats, as you can see here. The stats on the left are your character's base stats, and the stats on the right are based on your equipment, more so. Except for the accuracy. The accuracy is... It is accuracy, and it's also... It's something else as well. I mean, it gives you the higher accuracy you have, the more chances you have to do, I guess, a combo, as you could call it, multiple hits in one attack. As you'll be able to see later on, when I attack with one of my characters, they could do 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on hits, which is nice. I mean, it makes it easier to hit, obviously, as well as do more damage. The thing that we were really worried about, well, not worried, but the thing we want to focus on is getting Disco Moon's accuracy way up, because once it gets to, I think it's about 32, he's not going to need his weapons at all. And he's going to be way stronger without him, because he's going to be able to do multiple hits. So that's one thing to look forward to. Like I said, that'll be around like level 10 or so, roughly. I'm not sure exactly. But like I said, everything else is pretty straightforward. Intelligence is basically your magic. That's another thing you want to... Luck is, I guess, a chance for landing criticals. Agility is the speed at which you move, so the warrior doesn't have the highest speed, so I even may up, and later on, the warrior will probably be attacking the least amount, or the least quickest, which is kind of annoying. If you're trying to do things strategically, it can be really annoying. Right now, well, Shan's probably going to have the highest speed. She's always been going first, which is cool. Because it's good, because you want your characters who can heal and basically do anything faster, which is so nice. That's why I love the Red Mage, is like, it's so versatile and it works so well. It's just such a handy character to have. And then there's endurance and strength, obviously, you know what those are. So, But as I was saying, the levels do... The way you level up, there's two categories. There's a stronger level up, I guess, is one way to call it, and then a weaker one. The first level we gained was a stronger one, where we gained like 27 HP for Shenji, and so on and so forth. You gain higher stats, but then there's the weaker levels, which you gain only a few stats per that level. And those are all predetermined too. Like for each character, they have their own like stronger levels and weaker levels. It doesn't matter if that doesn't make sense to you. It's really not going to affect the way you see the game. It's just something to... I mean, you can't change it anyway, so it's just something to know, I guess. Like I said, there's a lot to explain in this game, and yeah. I would really like to show off some of the other characters. I know this is probably really boring to watch, just grinding the entire time. I mean, it's basically 10 minutes of grinding and me looking at menus. But that is the life with Final Fantasy. I'm just so excited, like I said before, I'm so excited to be playing this. I'm playing the Origins version, obviously, but I'm playing the actual disc on my PS3. It's the same game. I'm holding it right in my hand right now. The same game I've had since 2004 is when I got it. I remember when I got it. I remember because it was like, I did good on my report card in school, and my mom gave me and my sister $100. She didn't give my sister $100 because I did good on my report card, because we both did, I guess. So... Yeah, I remember that's the one thing I was... Because it was like right around that time when it came out, and I was like, I just want the game so badly. Actually, I think it was a year after it came out, because I think it came out in 2003. And I was just so stoked. I knew as soon as the summer started and I got that money, I was like, yes, it's the first thing I'm going to go buy. I think I got it from Toys R Us or Walmart. Oh man, I still remember seeing PS1 games in Toys R Us and Walmart and all that. It's just like, it was so great. I just miss that, you know? It's like... Every time I go into Walmart and I see the only Final Fantasy games that are there are like Type 0. I'm not saying Type 0 is a bad game or anything. It's like that and not 13. Well, sometimes you can see 13. New. I mean, not if you're going to like EB Games or a used store, but like those are the only Final Fantasy games you see nowadays, and it's sad. But yeah, it's the life. That's just what it's like to just move into the future. Actually, another thing I want to talk about is I'm waiting for... I ordered the Ninja Sex Party album, NSFW. Not safe for work, I guess. And I'm so excited for it, because, like... Well, because I love it. And, like, I know I can just download the songs off iTunes and stuff, because living in Canada, it's kind of annoying ordering things from the States, because the shipping and the... what's it called? The conversion I get. There's another word for that. What is it? The exchange rate. Like, the money is just so bad. So it cost me, like, nearly $20 to buy the album, and I think it's, like, only supposed to be $11.99 or something. Because I had to ship from the States and all that, and I wanted it new as well. I didn't want it used, so I bought that off Amazon. And I see on my dry erase board that I wrote it's supposed to be coming between August 4th and 11th, so that's exciting. It is now... I don't want to talk about the date because I don't know when this is going to go up, but it's July 30th. Fuck, is it ever hot out. So I've officially been in the apartment that I'm in for... Tomorrow it'll be exactly a year, because I think I moved in July 31st. It's supposed to be for August 1st, but I moved in one day early. I could have waited, which would have been a better idea, because when I came in on the 31st, they had just cleaned the carpets after the previous person moved out, and so the carpet was still kind of wet. It was just, man, it's so weird being here now. I've been thinking about that quite frequently for the past, I don't know, like couple weeks, months even. Just how different everything is from when I moved in here in the first place. I still remember the first thing I recorded when I moved in here too. It was, well, Final Fantasy 9, because I think that was the only thing I was doing at the time. And it was when we were just rescuing, I almost said Zelda, rescuing Dagger from when she had her Eidolons extracted. So, man, that was just so long ago. I think it was August 16th of last year. Dude, it's just goblins. Like, there are so many other... Well, not really so many. Dude, I'm not watching my HP. Jesus Christ. I'm just, like, talking. I'm just focusing on talking and fighting. Well, I mean, it's working out, like I said, but whatever. So I just gotta be focusing more. Because I haven't recorded in a long time. I haven't recorded in a long time. I'm just trying to focus on talking. Like, oh, really? Watch, it's gonna be something big now. Yeah, well, not big, but... Well, I'm not gonna... No. Shit. Yeah, as you can see, you can run there. Everyone, you can use flee with everybody, and I think the person who has the highest agility will have a higher chance of fleeing, which is usually the case. So it's a nice... that's the nice thing about having a thief, is if you need to run from a battle really quickly, then you can do that. But there's not going to be a whole lot of running involved on screen that we're going to be doing anyways. I'm sure I'm going to run into things that I'm going to need to run from off screen while I'm grinding. I may even have to run from this battle, because I don't want everyone... if Disco Moon gets knocked out, I don't want him to miss out on experience, so I will run. I will fucking run. Oh, but we're good. See, we caught up. But yeah, no, just thinking about how different feeling everything is from being here. I remember when I first moved in, I don't know if I talked about this, but when I first moved in here, I just, like, there was so much anxiety with moving in here, because it's much nicer than any place I've ever lived before, and I've grown up with not the most, I guess. I mean, my parents did a great job and tried giving us everything we needed and everything we wanted, despite, and me not realizing this, but not realizing out of the way, how difficult it was, and living on and I've been living on my own for the past, since I was 18, and I mean, there were no surprises. I knew nothing was going to be, well, we'll get Cure for Shan while we go and get some Black Magic too. I knew that there was, like, it wasn't going to be easy, so there's no surprises when I moved out, when I was just a teenager. But I've been doing it, and it's been fine, so... I kind of wish I got Bolt, but more enemies right now are weaker to fire. I kind of want to call this Thunder, because this is what I'm used to. I mean, I know it was lit in... oh god, lit. In Lightning in the original version. But I like to call it Thunder. But, like, anyways, on with my story. Like I was saying, I knew that it wasn't going to be easy, as I said so many times now. But it's just, like, I'm so surprised that my parents did so much. Like, they were able to do so much with, like, little to... well, I mean, they complained about us a lot as kids. But, yeah. Where was I even going with that? Oh, yeah, because, like, when I moved in here, it was just so nice. And it's, like, it felt really weird. I felt like I didn't deserve to be here. Like, I know I'm paying for it and everything, and it's, like, it's all my hard work and all that, which allows me to have the place that I'm in. I know I've talked about me not really liking this place a whole lot. I mean, I like it, but it's just, like, I don't know, it's different, so... yeah. I don't mean to get depressing about it, but it's just so different now, like, it's actually fine. I might talk about that more later, because it's just a big long story, and this episode, it's got to end, so... anyways, yeah, that's that. I saved, and I guess I can turn off the game now. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I am Shenji. Sorry for my rambling and my speed talking, I guess. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time for Final Fantasy. So, see ya.